Hi everyone, this is Jill and I thought I would give you a 20-minute Easter special video to do as a home practice. The theme of this is reset and renewal, and it's quite a slow practice to help you to improve your core and your stability, but also just to release tension and also maybe just to relax and realign a little bit. So I hope you're going to enjoy. You may want to put some music on, and as ever, just listen to your body as we go through the exercises, and anything doesn't feel quite right, just come out of the move. So we're going to be starting on our back. So turning yourself around, lying on your back, and let's find that Pilates posture and alignment while we're lying on the floor. So start with your shoulders nice and relaxed on the mat, neck nice and long, relaxing through your ribs. And start to engage your pelvic floor, finding that nice neutral spine, making sure your pelvis is level. Feet hip distance apart, pushing equal weight into your feet. And on the breath, just start to tip your pelvis backwards and forwards. And I always say to you, imagine you've got a little marble sitting on your belly, and as you rock your pelvis forward and back, it's going to fall from your belly button all the way in between your legs, going from north to south. And just notice how that feels as you rock forward and back, checking in with your pelvis. But it's also quite a nice spine stretch to do as well. So we'll just start here, really focusing on moving that pelvic area. Just do a couple more pelvic tilts. And then just coming back, and we can talk about neutral spines, not too far forward, not too far back. And you should have a space between your lumbar area and your mat. Start to engage those core muscles down here once more. We're going to take the feet to the edges of your mat. And as we do so, we're going to start to then rock the knees down from side to side. So your arms slice slightly wider, and we just start to rock the knees down to the right. Inhale, exhale, coming up to centre, and then down to the left. So for April's sessions, we're going to be focusing a little bit on the hips, starting to build some mobility and flexibility into them. The nicer weather coming, we all want to get out and about that little bit more, and we want to make sure we can move with ease as we do so. So keep rocking those knees backwards and forwards. Try and do two more, still keeping that core engagement. And then just do one more. Bringing your knees then back up to centre. Take your hands down by your sides. Start to engage those core muscles down the bottom here once more. On the breath, take your right leg up into tabletop. Imprinting your spine, we take the left to join. Breathing nice and deep. From here, we're going to start with some toe tapping down. So you tap down with your right, coming back up to that tabletop, and come down with your left. So just keeping that flow going forward for about 8 to 10. If this gets too much for you, or you feel that your back is rounding, then just take your legs to the floor, and we can do it the alternate way around, starting at the floor and then just lifting the legs. If we can hold our legs, we want to keep engaging these core muscles, because this is where we want to be building our strength. Keep your breath flow going too. Let's try and do 4 more. 4, 3, and 2, and then 1. Perfect. Bring your knees back up into tabletop, and then just draw them in toward your chest, giving everything a little hug. And you may wish to squeeze your head up too, really feeling that engagement there. When you're ready, we're going to start to release those legs, coming back into your tabletop if you can hold it there. Just keeping that nice activation going again. The arms are going to come up, palms facing. We're keeping the legs stable, and on the breath we're going to take the arms out wide to the sides, palms facing up. And if you're able, we'll take them all the way round to the top. I've got a plant attacking me. Coming back up to that start position. So inhale, exhale, take the arms wide, all the way around, above your head, and then coming back to that start position. Keeping that core nice and activated, building nice strength into our belly. Use your breath. Inhale, exhale wide, rotate all the way around, and come back up. 2 more, really stretch out wide, coming all the way around, and then gently come back up. And maybe just do 1 more. Lovely. Really building that strength as we do so. Perfect. Bring your knees back into your chest and give yourself a little hug again. From here, holding on to your knees, we're going to start to circle them. So you're just going to take the knees out a little bit past that midline, circling them round. Keeping them together, but circling around one way. Doing it clockwise first, or anti-clockwise, whichever you've started with. And then just taking them away from that midline, away from the body, feeling the activation once more, and bring them back in. And now do 3 the other. Perfect. So rotate round. For 1. For 2. Trying to keep both your sit bones on the mat. So just rotating through the legs. And then squeeze them back in 1 more time. Still keeping that core activation, we're going to come back into having our legs at a 45-degree angle. And our arms are coming up overhead once more. This time we're going to work at taking our opposite knee, so opposite foot and our opposite arm down to the floor for our dead bug. So on the breath, inhale. Right leg goes down, left arm comes back, stretch. Inhale, exhale, return, switch sides. Perfect. Keep that flow going, keeping that core activation. So again, working into our hips, but really challenging ourselves on those core muscles, getting that nice strength into our bodies. Keep that flow going. Lovely. Try and do 2 more for me. 2 and 1. Perfect. And again, bring your knees back into your chest, giving everything a squeeze. Moving on to our side, bring your feet back down. And we're just going to turn ourselves over to the side, so maybe starting on your right side. We're going to start with the clams, bringing your elbow in underneath your shoulder, making sure you're nice and supported, lifting up through that side. Hold on to your hip, making sure your knees are stacked and your feet stacked too. On the breath, we're going to start to just lift the knee up and lower back down. Inhale, lift and lower. And as we do this move, we want to try to keep that pelvis nice and still, making sure we don't collapse through the side. For 3, for 4, for 5, 2 more, 3 more, for 6, 8 will do, for 7, and then 8. Nice, come back down. Extending your legs long, still keeping your elbow underneath your shoulder. You might just readjust it if you've loaded onto it. We're going to do some leg lifts here too. We're going to do leg circles, so we're going to lift up to hip height. And we're going to circle. Now you might be a bit wobbly, you might want to use your hand on the mat, or you may wish to bend that bottom leg. Coming up to hip height, we're going to do 5 circles forward. Nice small and controlled circles for our hips. So that's 5. For 4, use your breath. Make sure you don't collapse. For 3, for 2, and 1. Come back down. Well done. Bending your knees forward. Push yourself up into the seated position, holding onto your back foot, and let's just stretch all the way over, stretching all the way through the side of that rib cage. And take a moment to breathe. Beautiful. Very slowly, bring your hand back down and start to take your legs all the way around so we can do those exercises on the other side. Starting first, it's our clams, the elbow underneath the shoulder, pulling it up through the sides here, engaging, making sure you're not loading onto your shoulder. Knees to the front of the mat and the feet back. You may want to hold on to that hip, and we'll start doing like 8 clams as we lift and lower. Really working into the abductors and the abductors as we do so. Don't forget to breathe. 4, 5, 6, 7, one more to go, and 8. Perfect, well done. Release your arm if you need to, just as you feel you've loaded a little bit onto it, and gently start to extend your legs long. We're still staying lifted through the side here, so we've got a little bit of a squeeze going on in the side. We lift the top leg up to hip height, and we start to rotate forward for 5. Nice and slow and controlled. For 4. For 3. For 2. And then 1. Come back down. Perfect. On the breath, start to bend your knees forward. And again, coming up into that mermaid switch, mermaid exercise. Or take your legs forward if you need to. Just reaching all the way up and overhead. Feel the stretch for your side. Coming all the way back down. 2 more exercises to do. Take your legs forward onto your mat. I'll come do it sideways so you can see, sitting up nice and tall for our forward fold. Finding that nice long spine, find your neutral spine. Imagine that golden threads coming through the crown of your head, pushing your kneecaps and your heels into your mat. On the breath, you're going to start to activate your arms, making sure you draw your shoulders down away from your ears. On the breath, you start to tuck your chin, and you're gently going to start to reach forward, coming into a spine stretch forward. Listen always to your spine. You know your body better than anyone else. Breathe deep. You should be feeling the stretch all the way through your spine, not just through your upper back. Make sure that those shoulders stay active, but draw them away from those ears. Breathe deep. Return and come back to that nice long spine. We'll go again. Reach the arms forward, tuck the chin and stretch. Really reaching all the way through your spine, and notice how that's feeling. And gently release. And once more, we lift tall and we reach forward. We stretch. And then gently release. Hands down by your sides. Start to turn yourself over onto your hands and knees once more. Push the hands into the mat, making sure they're underneath your shoulders, hands spread wide, and the knees underneath too. On the breath, we're going to start to extend now the right leg, the right arm forward, and the left leg back, stretching all the way through your body. And on the breath, come back down. Switch sides, reach and stretch, and then gently come down. On the next breath, we're going to reach and stretch, and we're going to try to rotate our arm out wide to the side, and the leg can go too. So we're feeling a twist through the body, keeping that nice stability in your back. Come back down, and then switch. So the left leg goes up, rotate to the side, and come back down. Let's do one more on each side. So on the breath, we start to reach forward first, find that stretch. We then rotate round, we come back to centre, and then return. Once more on the left, we stretch. We rotate round, we come all the way back, and we come back down. Well done. Take your knees wide onto the mat, and start to take your hands forward into a child's pose stretch, putting your forehead onto the mat. Breathe deep and just stretching through your back and your spine. As we come into the end of this practice, taking a moment to notice how you feel. And then start to push yourself all the way back up to seated. Finding a nice seated position that works for you. Sit tall. Inhale, reach your arms up overhead. Exhale, release back down. Bring your hands up once more. Bring your hands all the way into prayer. And I'd like to thank you for joining me for this practice today. And I'll see you back in class soon. Have a great day.